Hey there, everybody. It's what? Excuse me. I'm Redx Parasite, and welcome back to Metroid Other M. In the last episode, we fought another wood boss, Sega thing, Mr. Guy. Hello, and we discovered the dead body of Maurice, who had been killed by another Galactic Federation soldier. After that, we met a mysterious woman. And then we got attacked by the person who decided to kill the other Galactic Federation soldier. And Samus killed the boss. And then she named this person, this killer, the Deleter. And that was a very long and extravagant summary of the last episode. But also in the last episode, we got the wave beam, which, if you cannot tell, is much stronger than using the ice beam. An important thing to note, you will notice my beam looks different, because obviously I have the wave beam now, but it will still freeze enemies. So the beam effects in this game compound. So that is a good thing, because I think out of all the beams in this game, I like the way the wave beam looks the best. It's not that I don't like the plasma beam, I just think the wave beam looks cooler in this game. Now, I apologize if I am sounding a little hoarse, but I did want to get some recording time in, just because I kind of was getting a little lax with that recently. Let's see. Oh, gosh, I hate this. Oh. So yeah, as I mentioned in the last episode, the sections here, they switch up, and oh god, I hate this one's uber annoying. Uber. Oh jeez, you know, I'm just gonna go do it that way, because the second section is so much more annoying than the first section was. But now that we're back here, because they made us do it a second time, we can hit this switch. So if you try to go up into this area before hitting the switch, then the lift won't be there, so you will not be able to progress. So in other words, you are forced to do that, and oh my god, it's an avalanche. Whatever shall we do? Slide faster, Samus. Slide. Running too fast, not fast enough. Oh no. Okay. This part of the game is scripted. So once you get to that running part, it's pretty hard to stop. But if you come back in this room, there's a giant wall of snow now. I believe you can still get over that by trying sparking, because you have to be able to get back to the missile expansion that was up there in the last episode somehow, because they wouldn't be that much of a jerk, I hope. But then again, it's something that I've never tried. Well, this platform seems to be stuck down. I wonder if we could, I don't know, maybe blast it up. Yes, indeed. Now, this platform is going to be annoying, so whenever we try to stand on it, it will fall down. And how we can solve that? We can freeze it. Seriously, I don't know. Like, sometimes when I'm playing through video games for the first time, like when I'm doing stuff blind, I guess you could call it, it will take me the longest time to figure certain things out. Like, for example, the case of the... No. But the... Are you kidding me? But, what I was talking about earlier was, it'll take me forever to find, like, just the simplest solutions to things. Like, for example, freezing those platforms. That took me forever to figure out when I first played this game. I don't know what it is, but maybe I just tend to overthink things or something, because I usually just make things out to be much more complex than they ever need to be. I don't really know whether or not that's necessarily a good thing or a bad thing, but it's just the way I am. So now we can go and activate this panel, and we can have a very leisurely ride up back to the elevator. Of course it could not be that simple, but you probably knew that already. You can stop saying that. Sorry, Josh Jepson, if you if you ever end up watching this video. It's a formal apology for you. So these space pirates are now smarter than the last versions, apparently. They will not let you jump on their heads unless they are stunned. So sometimes it'll work, but I would say don't count on it. Like, if they are in a shooting position, it'll work. Like if they're crouched and shooting or something, then I think that's when it'll work. But otherwise, they will knock you off. So your best bet is to stick with just shooting charge beams. I mean, I guess you could try firing missiles at them, but that's something I generally don't do, just because it requires you to switch into first person. And say hello to Mr. Mini-Boss. I know there are other mini-bosses. This game is kind of strange in the way that this I would definitely classify as a mini-boss, but its definitions for bosses are a little strange, because obviously there are clearly defined bosses that have fire. Oops. But sorry. There are bosses that have clearly defined health bars. So you look at them, you lock on for a certain amount of time, then you can see their health bar. But then again, there are ones like the Drasigas, or the giant wood boss things, that could be considered like bosses, but they don't really have health bars. And then there's that thing, which apparently was 2 chickens to fight us. You, sir, are fantastic. This vent up here is blocked, so we're gonna have to do something to activate it. So if you come down here and you hit those switches down there, it will lower the whatever that is in those 2 or those 4, sorry, units. I don't know what they are, but now that they're empty, we can shoot our wave beam through them at the switch that's hidden on the wall. You can tell there's actually like an activation kind of light going from here to there, but if the things are filled, then you can't really see it anyways. So now that we've done that, we'll be treated with a nice view of the outside of the battleship. I don't know exactly how this is relevant, but I mean, it looks cool, so whatever. But now that we're done with that extremely long morph ball tunnel, we can head out of Sector 2. And for the heck of it, let's replenish 1 missile. I think, you know what, I think I'm gonna start like playing elevator music or something in those elevators, because they're just not nearly interesting enough. Oh no, it's level 4. Oh no, whatever shall we do? I think we should go and investigate. My robotic voice is helped very much by the fact that my throat is a little sore and... Annoying door! Annoying door! You are so annoying! Oh gosh. That is so bad. So bad, sad dad. But yeah, that door is kind of being annoying. Great. Just when I needed to go to the right and not to the left, the game makes me go to the left. Well, you know what? The game knows something, though. The game knows that left is a good direction, so props to the game where credit is due, and credit to the game where props are due. But in all seriousness, we do have to backtrack, so... Zoom! It's not too far. Although you will notice that this area is now different. It now has lava covering certain sections. Those two you can get across by jumping, but the one coming up right here you pretty much have to try and spark across. I guess you could like Iron Man your way through it, but not recommended. So now we're just gonna go back into this room, and that's where the panel is. And oh, hey there, how you doing? How are the kids? In pain? I hope they are. I know that's very sadistic of me, but honestly, this guy, don't really care too much. Although for some weird reason, I usually have more trouble with this guy, but when I've been playing the game these few times, I haven't had much trouble. So now that we killed Mr. Annoying Door, I think I'm going to cut here just because you don't really need to see this all again. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've held that for longer, but I actually feel like writing commentary now. Because there's something important going on. Well, hey, it's Mr. Miniboss. Who's not dead. Because he ran away. Oh, well, this looks a little fishy. Too bad I don't have my grapple beam.
Samus, use of the grapple beam is authorized.
I love how he's so direct now. Anthony's in danger.
Get to Anthony and cover him.
Already on it, sir. You, again. Won't you just ever get a job? Get a hobby that does not include attacking me. You can attack toucans, but you cannot attack me. Is that a deal? Yeah, this guy's... I guess I didn't really talk about him too much before because I was talking about the whole mini-boss the last time he was in our face. But... yeah, he has those two arms that he likes to lash out against you. And now that he took enough damage, he's just going to dive straight into the lava. Okay, so I guess does that count as him dying? Because that would be great. It'd be fantastic.
Whew. That was ugly.
Overall, you just
Thanks,
kind of have
Princess.
to dodge him and then fire
So
charge
you
shots.
called out here too?
Called?
Commander gave us a new directive to move as a unit. Our gather point was a navigation booth near here, but when no one showed, I figured I'd just take a look around. That's when
Well,
I
considering
got
that
jumped by those things you just saw.
3 of our team
What was
members are
your
now
unit directive?
dead,
I'm tracking that
that
monster.
leaves only
We're heading to
Anthony
the geothermal power plant
and
to open the magma eruption.
the leader. Well, and
Gotta
aside
restore
from
the power
Adam.
in this place, so I can see
So-
that pretty face of yours. Yeah.
It's pretty
It seemed a little
self-explanatory
excessive
that
to send the whole
nothing
unit to do it.
show.
But he's
No,
the commander.
Nothing. No
He
one
must have had a
showed.
reason. So Sam,
All right, time for another
how
flashback.
you feeling about the commander, huh?
has arrived at the drive unit.
Ian, be careful out there. I know this is a routine fix, but don't let your guard down. There were 300 people on board. Their lives are in your hands.
Roger that.
Commander! The drive unit's going critical!
The unit is overheating beyond our estimates, sir.
Ian!
Commander Malkovich, unit meltdown imminent. It's going to explode.
Prepare to disengage the drive unit immediately.
But Ian's still inside!
Adam, I can reach him. Give me the order, please.
Lock and secure the shielding doors now.
Adam, wait! There's still time. I can make it. Please let me go. I mean, that's Ian. That's your little brother out there.
We're out of time, sir.
Adam, please, let me go. You have to trust me. Just give me a chance.
Commence drive unit disposal immediately. That's an order.
Adam was right. If we had waited any longer, it would have meant the end of those we had come to rescue, and the end of us as well. I knew that, but...
At the very least, you wouldn't be standing here now. That's what the commander was most scared of.
I was childish. No one should have to make the choice that Adam did, and yet all I could do was question his authority and make things more difficult.
Hey, you were just a pup then, and the commander knows it. Look, forget it. Sorry for hitting a nerve. We better get going anyhow. Man, did something like that happen now? Huh. Best just forget about it. I'm out.
Anthony
I knew
knows
the
what to
question
do.
Anthony was suppressing, and I knew the answer. If something like that happened again, I would hold fast to that glimmer of hope and try for redemption. That's who I am.
Alright, so pretty major plot point right there. Samus on a mission with Adam and Anthony as well was basically she wanted to go in and save Ian, which you could see, but obviously there was not time. So, needless to say, because she kind of explicitly stated it for us, if something like that happened again, she would try to... Oh god, no. Okay. She would try to redeem herself. So it's pretty deep insight into her character, and it's one of the things that I think that makes the story in this game actually worth it, is because there's actual character development. So this is, oh gosh, this episode is getting really long. Unfortunately, the next save room check, yeah, is right after this. And you'll see what I mean in a minute. So, if you have not yet figured this out, that is a giant fish. Not actually what I was planning on ending that sentence with, but these are grappling hooks. They will usually be red, but once you get within range of them, they will turn green. So that's a really handy feature that lets you know whether or not you can grapple. So I think if you couldn't tell, that giant fish creature is a boss. I think it's called Vorash, and I will put something if I am wrong. But I think it's really cool how they did the setup for this boss, because if you look at it, I didn't realize this. When you come back up there and you go into that tunnel, you actually let these go, and you also put the one that's in its mouth, that you can see the green light right there. And so, tell this guy loves jumping in and out of the lava. He will fire some fireballs. I'm sorry, that was probably bad enough. That probably would be bad enough, even if I didn't do anything. Even if my voice wasn't like this. If you can manage it, when his mouth is open, you can fire a missile. It's pretty tricky timing. You have to be pretty... Actually, you don't fire a missile. What am I talking about? You can fire the grapple beam and hit the thing on his mouth and blast him in the belly. Like, you'll notice that when I hit him right there, while he was on his side, it was a lot more effective than just me kind of hitting him whenever he jumps out of the water. So, like, I'm telling you, the timing for this is really, really quick. You gotta be on your toes. But if you can manage to do it, then the rewards are really great, because that takes off a pretty big chunk of his health. And you'll notice the grapple point is now gone. Once you get his health low enough, please do the attack. Nope. You get his health low enough, he will just kind of come onto the platform like that and charge you. Now, obviously, like when I pulled him up... okay, he's dead now. But when I pulled him up on the platform using the grapple beam, when you hit him when he's out of water... Water? You know what? It is water. It is death water. Yes, it is death water. Okay, well, when he comes out of the lava, then... Or is it magma? I don't know, like, what would you call it in space? Because you're technically, like, underground in space. I don't know. Not quite sure. But... yeah, that's about it. And, yeah, this is going to be a really long episode. Adam!
Samus, it looks like that monster is headed to the geothermal electric power generator. Track it and put an end to it.
Thank you for that. This episode was not already long enough. Thank you. Good night, people. Red X Parasite, signing out.
Sequence complete. Process successful.